You know, I talked about that last gelding class, and then they bring me this one. Heck, I don't know what's going on, but y'all are bringing some good ones. This one here is really, really good. I love this one in terms of stoutness of skull. She's really good in the term of her rib shape and softness of body, and that's a heavy structured, stout featured kind of thing that can really gilt. Up high. She's a nickel frailer down low. Just needs to reach with a shot more comfort from behind. Gets a nickel shorter out of her hip and hock. Young lady's gilt in threes. Really good looking up front. Still feeds some genuine shape on the top side of her skeleton. Need to open her up in the center portion of her body. Overall in her rib shape. Just need to have more width down low at the surface. Young lady's bear here in fours. One that's real good in terms of her rib shape and softness of center. At the same time, that's a stellar made kind of bear. Nickel frailer feature just doesn't offer the overall genuine dimension. Needs to reach with a shot more comfort from behind. Gets a nickel rounder about his hip. Give him a round of applause.
And your Class 3 winner is Caleb Philpott. Second place, Paige Barrett. Third, Class 4 is now entering the ring. Market hog, light market hog needs making the way to the holding area.
Reach a nickel too far and get just as much out there as you really want one, but that's a very good one to win the class. Young man in second. This one offers really, really cool breeding pieces in terms of extra elevated in front of her blade. And that one's really, really cool skull shape and extra stout jaw. She's a nickel flatter pasturing for me. Just a shot more moderate frame kind of female. Just doesn't come with as much wow factor as the class winner, but very, very high. Featured, just doesn't offer the amount of overall dimension and width as the why she lands herself in three. Young same of him, that's why
champion, dark. Class 1 and 2 light cross need to make their way to the holding pen. And after the light cross, we'll be doing the overall grand drive. So have all your grands and reserves ready for that.
Three really have a lot of different pieces, and they're very different in certain areas. Three of them go any better. And I think that there's one out here that uses it very well. She offers a tremendous amount of really, really good pieces in terms of extension and still being extra big ribbed and soft centered, and that one's still really, really good. And I like the big gilt to win today. That's the best one. Give her a round of applause. still heavy structured, need a fixture in her pasturing. She's a nickel bit downer in her pasturing and kind of a more moderate frame kind of female. Really high quality breeding piece that offers a lot of good pieces. I like that one a tremendous amount. But today I think the second best one that combines the most good in terms of rib shape, body, and mass. I know I've drove them a while and they're getting tired, but the second best one today is the young lady right here. Give her a round of applause.
The sponsors for the Dart Cross show, the Champion Dart Cross was sponsored by Benton County Hog Boosters, and the Reserve Dart Cross was sponsored by the Arkansas Junior Swine Association. Coming in the ring is the first class of the Light Cross. Class 2 and 3 be making your way to the holding area. Have your Grand and Reserve division winners ready for the grand drive after the Light Cross class division. Also, after the grand drive, we'll be taking a 15 to 20 minute break before the commercial gilt show.
Young man brings us a blue bear here. That's one that still offers some extension and look up front. That's kind of a heavy structure deal that still reaches with plenty of flexibility. There's no doubt he needs to be fixed at his feet. Plenty of flex. Nickel Freller feature with the same amount of genuine shape and squareness of my class winner, so I'll leave him in second. Gilt here in 3, really shapely on the top side of her skeleton, offers some extension and look up front. Too flat in her full rib, needs to be more softer the center portion of her body. Just open her up to the surface down low. Give them a round of applause.
Winner is Houston Nance. Second is Kylie Poulter. And third is
Really nice bluegill to win the class. Extra stouts, gold, heavy structured kind of thing. That one still reaches and goes with plenty of flexibility. There's no doubt that one still offers a good look when you ask her to go. Very nice female to win the class. Young man's blue-eyed bear in second. Really stout featured, heavy structured kind of deal. Really good looking up front. Still reaches with plenty of flexibility. Need to fix that one in terms of skin and hair. There's no doubt the blue-eyed bear in third is one that's really big back, shapely up high. That's a big forearm kind of deal. At the same time, that one's the shorter necked option that wants to play out of bounds from behind. Need to square him up in his hock joint. Young ladies offer some extension in look, really flat in her forearm. Needs to be more really big back, shapely, notched out. Better when you ask her to go too upright in the angle to her shoulder. Body, frailer featured kind of deal. Give them a round of applause.
And your Class 2 winner is Randall Phipps. Second is Tyler Bichette. Kayla Philpott. Fifth is Josie Newsom. Class 3 is now entering the arena, and Class 4 needs to make sure they're ready in the holding pen. Division. Really close.
excuse me, really close top pair of gilts here. And, you know, in terms of two different kinds of gilts, you got a shorter made gilt. I like to win the class. Still offers some extension and look. She's a nickel, bigger ribbed and softer centered. Comes with a shot more shape on the top side of her skeleton. There's no doubt the gilt in second is the sounder footed option about her hip and hind leg. Still offers some extension up front. Nickel flatter with the same overall genuine structure and mass. Young man's blue gilt in third is one that really offers a good look up front. She still offers some rib shape and softness of center. Got to fix that one structurally in terms of her blade angle. Needs to reach with a shot more flex about her hip and hock. At the same time, that's the Freller featured option. That's why she lands herself. Ladies bear in 4 is one that offers some extension and look. Really stout featured and heavy structured. Same time flatter pasture and deal. Just needs to be more opened up in his rib shape. Just needs to be a shot fresher to move up any higher. Give him a round of applause.
Your Class 3 winner is Randall Phipps. Second is Houston Nance. Third, Trayton Burchett. And fourth, Emily Hayes. Class 4 is now entering the arena. All the division winners need to be ready in the holding pen.
Really nice class here. I like the young lady's Blue Bear to win, and I think that's the bigger backed one that's a shot more fresher in terms of his rib shape and softness of center. You really study the rear leg structure. That one really reaches with a shot more flexibility and comfort when he's asked to drive. I like that one to win. Young lady's Blue Gilt, stout featured, heavy structured, really good in terms of her skull shape. Big backed one that's really fresh up high. I'd like to change her rear leg structure. Has a nickel too much angle and set to the angle to her rear leg. Just need to fix that to move her up any higher. Very nice skill in second. Young man's Bear in third. One that offers some extension, still pretty sound footed.
Class 4 winner is Allie Sweeten. Second is Aubrey Dickinson. And third is Colin Wilson. All the division winners need to make their way to the holding area for the grand overall right now.
Really nice light crossbred show, but the best one today in terms of look, still being big backed and shapely up high. Squirrus made one that still reaches with more than enough comfort. That's the most 12 o'clock today and ready to go. Young ladies, Blueberry needs to win.
Grand champion light cross is
Young ladies gilt here, and you know they're awfully different in certain areas, and the young man's gilt's really big ribbed and soft centered kind of thing that still offers a good look up front. She needs to be fixed as far as her rear leg structure. She don't reach and push far enough. Same thing kind of goes for the gilt here, and this one here. This one's really stout skulled. I love her jaw shape. That one's a big-legged creature that still offers a lot of shape up high. There's no doubt her rear leg's not perfect either, but when you weigh the totals, I think they're both really good, but there's just one that's so much better in other areas, and I like the young lady's gilt here to win for reserve.
I need all the Grand Division winners to the ring for the Grand Overall Market. We need Allie Sweeten's Grand AOB. We need Garrett Haley's Grand Burke. We need Tyler Burchett's Grand Duroc. Paige Barrett's Grand Hamp. Colin Wilson's Grand Poland. And Allie Sweeten's Grand Light Cross. All reserves, please be ready in the holding pen as well. And after the Grand Overall, we'll have a 15 to 20 minute break before the commercial gilt show. Starting off the grand drive is Allie Sweetens. Next is Garrett Haley's Burke. Next is Tyler Burchett's Grand Duroc. Next is Paige Barrett's Hamp. Poland.
First off, I want to say thank you. Kids doing a good job. Y'all just all need to give them a really big round of applause and should be happy with what's out here. I think we had a really good market show so far, and you know, for me, I step in the ring and I get paid to do a job, and this is the job I'm going to do. You know, not everybody ringside's happy. I can guarantee you there's people mad standing over there because they got beat. Well, you know what? Everybody gets beat. You go home and work harder. That's the way I look at it. I've been beat a tremendous amount of times in a lot of different aspects in life, but you just got to go home and work harder and get better. You know, it's one man's opinion, and this is the ones that I like, and you may not agree with me, and you can disagree, but the way I look at it, I'm the one that's standing in the ring and got the job. I don't care who stands by or who's driving them. Whichever ones that I like the best are the ones that I'm going to use. Been beat too many times by politicals, and I'm out. I'm not about it. I want to use the best ones because that's the way it needs to be. There's a lot of good pigs out here, and I was really pleased and excited after I seen these deals, but in my opinion, there's a couple of them that hit me harder during the show, and I thought it was an extremely, extremely, extremely good show, and there was a few of them there that was really, really good that I thought was hard to make, and they're hard to build in the industry. You know, you don't see these every day, and the best one in this show is that young lady's belted gilt. Give her a round of applause.
right now. And Aubrey Dickinson's Dark Cross is your grand champion overall. Let's give her a round of applause. And the sponsor of the champion market hog is Curran's Feed. And that is sponsored by the Rockin' Rooster Farm. And will the Grand and Reserve please stay in the arena for pictures?